Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get started. Don't know who all's up, but I got something heavy for you guys, as usual, as always. So this is your host, Brian Anthony Binya with Beyond Babbitt, reporting for duty. Brian Anthony Binya with Beyond Babbitt, reporting for duty. Up early in the morning. Some bad news, guys. Bad news. I just had to bring it. I'm working on something now. I'm trying to get more information from both sides, from the worldly side and from the spiritual side. I'm digging, researching. It's almost there. I know I'm on to something. I know it's close. The Most High is gonna give it to me, and I'm gonna bring it to y'all. But I just want to say this, guys. The politics, the propaganda, don't fall for it, or you may have already fallen for it. It's not real, guys. The same thing that happened in 1913 with the Federal Reserve. So what am I talking about? Well, we've been watching the impeachment trial with Trump, which he was just acquitted yesterday. And then while we were watching the coronavirus in China, which has gone global, they say, then some legislation passed under the radar, which has helped seal the deal. This legislation is the USMCA, United States, Mexico, and Canada. From what I heard, who was that? Anyway, the guy had broke it down, and it's basically merging. It's basically the North American Union. You know, we've heard about the Amero and the North American Union, and we've heard that for probably since the year 2005, 2006. Okay, so while we were watching the coronavirus, while we were watching the Trump trial, appreciate the like, appreciate the thumbs up, then they passed it. We don't even know what's in it. The USMCA, United States, Mexico, and Canada. And they've basically formed us into the North American Union, one big country. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be looking further into the 7-head, 10-horn beast, because that's where we are. So they may first turn North America into that the 10 FEMA regions, but then later on the world is going to be split 7-head, 10 horns, and it's more than what we think, guys. You know, I'm going back, like I said, I'm working on something now. But for those who don't come out, let me just leave you with what I believe. I'm still inconclusive in the evidence, but I've read it before. I'm just having to find everything again and piece it all back together again, because we have more information now. Get the books, guys. So here's a news flash. Remember, I told you before that the Great Tribulation is not 3 years, it's not 3.5 years, it's not 7 years. Okay? Nor is the rule of the beast, the mark of the beast system, 3 years, 3.5 years, or 7 years. If I'm not mistaken, the rule of this beast system could be anywhere from 500 to 2,000 years. Yes. Yes. So for those of us who choose not to come out, this is what you're subjecting your family to for at least 3 and 4 generations, right? Because the sins of the fathers are visited upon the sons to the 3rd and 4th generation, to those that hate him. You right, Ryder McCrae. You right, brother. It's been on standby. Now, the thing is, with the coronavirus, they can skip a lot of these other steps that they were going to do. They can take us right into the digital mode, the blockchain. Another thing I found out, guys, the 5G is not going to be sufficient. It's not going to be sufficient. They're having all kind of problems with it. Reason being, the pollution, smog, fog, chemtrailing, carbon dioxide, weather anomalies, just trees and mountains. It's all getting in the way. It's blocking. It's messing up with the system. So this might be where in the book of Daniel it talks about the kingdom is going to be partly strong and partly brittle. But that's just going to make them bring out the 6G, because the 5G, they thought they were going to be able to get zero latency with that and get the IoT going, the Internet of Things. It's not going to happen, guys. Not with the 5G. Right now they have, in the U.S., they have, Verizon is boasting that they have the largest coverage. And that's with the 4G. The 5G, they have a map of where they want to do it, but they're behind schedule because it's not working. It's not going smooth as planned. So for us who are operating in the kingdom of Yah, this is one of the things we fight against. We fight on that plane, in that playing field. So we're to come against it in prayer, and we do everything we can to destroy it, because they're trying to destroy us. But the 5G system is not. Praise Yah, Alleluia. All praises to the Most High that it's not going as smooth as planned, guys. So the 5G is not infallible. They're trying to rush 6G, which is going to be much more dangerous, but it's going to take them more time. So they're behind schedule. So they're trying to do some things to fulfill prophecies on their terms. They know the book better than some of us because they study it too, So they make fake prophecies happen all the time to deceive you, or should I say us, or try. So if it was possible, they'd even deceive the very elect. So that's what they try to do. So we know that the peace deal has been rolled out in the Middle East, and what they're saying is Jared Kushner, they're de facto calling him the president of the United States, and said if it wasn't for him, the deal would have never got done. So they're also saying Jared Kushner also just did a trade deal with China. He was very instrumental. So they're basically giving him the credit, not Trump. So they're saying that he got the peace deal in the Middle East rolled out between the Khazars and the other guys. Shalom, Robin Williams, the Palestinians. And he just did a big deal with China, some type of trade deal. And all this stuff is secret. And then at the same time, maybe he had something to do with getting the USMCA passed as well, which is basically just merged the United States of America without a vote, merged us into the North American Union, the United States, Mexico, and Canada. And so that's basically what I want to talk about. So I'm going to be bringing it out, guys, as soon as I know I'm right, almost there. I don't want to bring it out too early because there's still some pieces left, and we're going to be talking about this much more to see everyone who's just taking this casually, taking their time, not trying to come out, you're going to have hell to pay. Not only you, but if you have kids and their kids and their kids and their kids. The decisions you make now, guys. Because the two kingdoms are going to be operating simultaneously. But the kingdom of the serpent, the kingdom of the dragon, the kingdom of the Leviathan is coming. And it's a hard taskmaster. And it's going to rule over the prideful, over the sinful, over the wicked. And then the kingdom of Yah is going to be operating. And this is what I'm going to be digging into, guys. But don't think this thing's going to be over in the next year or two, or the next 5 years, or the next 7 years. No way. That's the deception that the false church has put in you guys' mind, along with the rapture stuff. None of that mess is real. So we're looking at a kingdom that's going to rule anywhere from 500 to 2,000 years possibly. Okay? Yeah, exactly. It's going to be tough. So you don't want to be caught in that kingdom. You want to go ahead and pull out with everything, There's a way to do it. There is a method. But so I just want to let you guys know that while we were being distracted, while the diversion was going on, while we were looking over here, look over here, look over here, oh, look over here, look over here. We're watching everything except the thing we should be watching. We're watching this sickness stuff, which we don't know how real it is. It could be like the Ebola scare that we had in Dallas a few years back, and all of a sudden it just went away, And then we're watching that. We're watching this impeachment mess. Told y'all he wasn't going anywhere, which he's got to quit it. And then there's also something happened. The Khazars have been over there bombing. I think they bombed 2 countries at the same time. So the military, the big one, the World Party 3 is about to get started on top of all of this. And this is all to hide the economic collapse and to merge us into one with the world. Coming soon. So think on that, guys. Pray on it. Let's come against them in prayer. Let's come against the spiritual wickedness in high places. We got to do our battle. And for all of those who haven't done anything to come out, you may want to think about it. Because you're going to be in a slave system for anywhere from, in my opinion, 500 to 1,000 years. Unless you come out now. Okay? We'll bring this out. When I get all the pieces together, I'll be bringing it out more thorough. But I just wanted to touch bases with you guys to let you know this is all politics. Stay out of that kingdom. Stay out of that kingdom. Don't worry about voting. Don't worry about any of that. You need to be, with all the strength you can muster, with all the energy you can muster, putting everything into coming out, joining the real church, joining the real nation, the church that was in the wilderness. And coming out of that system and into the kingdom of Yah. And we're going to go over it. I'm going to bring it out, Lord willing. Maybe today, maybe a little later, maybe tomorrow. But I guess a few more pieces I'm searching for this. You have to search it out, guys. It's not, they don't just drop out the sky into your lap and be like, oh, there it is. So I'm searching. But I believe it's going to be a treat. Anyway, guys, I'm here at the gym about to get my workout on early morning. Let's get it in. But I will talk to you guys later. This is Brian Anthony, Ben Yah with Beyond Babbitt, over and out. Brian Anthony with Beyond Babbitt, over and out. Brian Anthony, Ben Yah with Beyond Babbitt. Shalom, shalom. Love y'all. Peace and blessings.